Hello everyone! It is Saturday, so as you might know, this is our time to revisit all the calls from this week and see what happened and try and learn from it. In case you're new to the channel, it's something we do every Saturday. And in case you're new to the channel, I am not a professional investor or a financial advisor. I am actually a CEO of a gaming company, and as such, I'm trying to give my perspective on investing, show what I'm doing, and learn together. So if you think I'm saying something stupid or doing something stupid, please tell me that in the comments. This is how we are all going to learn. Let's get to it, because I said a lot of stuff this week. And oh boy, I don't want to do this, because as you know, this was a terrible week. So for the call results, this can actually be a pretty simple video. I'm gonna mark all this red. Okay, see you in the next video. I'm kidding, it's a bit more complicated than that. But man, this week was a bloodbath on the market. So let's dive into it and see. So the first video I made this week, I talked about what I'm planning to do this week, and I talked about Wix, Unity, ChargePoint, and Cciv. Wix, I said that I'm gonna buy if it's under 285, and the price during this video was 289. At the moment, it's sitting at 280. So that's a 2.17% change. I didn't do anything because, as I said, I was planning to buy only if it's under 285. So that actually was pretty well. I'll mark it orange because on one hand it was a good call to buy it under 285. On the other hand, it was at the moment it's 280. But it's not a big difference. The market is falling. This can recover fast, so I'll make it orange. A lot of things will be orange today, by the way. Unity, I said that I was gonna buy it if it's under 95. Didn't do anything because it got to 95.53. Also fell 4%, and I did nothing. So again, was a pretty good call, given the fact that, you know, at the moment it's like it's already above 95. So yeah. ChargePoint, I said this one I screwed up. This one I have nothing to say to my defense. I still think this is a good stock, and I'm averaging in any chance I have. I think this price that we're at now, which is 20.48, is amazing. Look at the past 6 months. Look at this. Nice, going up, got all the way to 46, and then, you know, when the market correction started and the EVs are just getting hammered lately, 50% down. I think there is really, like, looking, you know, 3 years forward, 10 years forward, ChargePoint can be and should be a major player in the EV sector. So I have no regrets about buying this. That being said, I screwed up because I thought this was going to happen pretty fast. I said 2 weeks, and that definitely did not happen. So I will give myself a bad red, and all of you can yell at me in the comments. In case you'd like to yell at me on the comments, by the way, I forgot to mention it because I always do. But, you know, subscribe, bell, like the video, it helps with the algorithms, and we're building a pretty fun community here, and I'm starting to see more and more comments. And the idea of the channel is to do this together, learn together, see me screw up, like in this case. So should be fun for everyone, and you are welcome to join the journey. Cciv, I said that's a good buy. It was 26.88, now it's 23. Also, as you know, the whole EV sector, as you can see, just during this week, 16% down, which is crazy. But this means we are having a good prices now, if you ask me. I didn't do anything. So another orange for me. And then I talked about CTRM. CTRM, I'm conflicted what to say, because I still think this is an amazing stock. I think I talked about the EP ratios of this company, that they've been buying chips. A lot of great things are going for them, but they are falling together with the market, and they're falling hard. If until now we looked at like 2.17, 4.83, and the EVs are like got hammered this week because of the chip shortage and because of the fire in the Japanese warehouse that creates them. NIO announcing that they're suspending production for 5 days. This has been a terrible week for EVs, and actually a terrible month. But CTRM down 15-16%, that's pretty dramatic. And I did say that this will take about 12 months to grow, so I am putting this in orange, but looking way less good than I was hoping for, if I'm honest. And in the second video, it was a specific video about CTRM. I said that they can get, like, I actually see them getting to $2 in 12 months. I'm gonna do another orange because it's 12 months. So that was the call, and the fact that they dropped since then doesn't matter much for this. Third video, I was talking about buying the dip, and I thought that this was pretty much close to the lowest that we're gonna see. Market-wise, I was actually pretty right, so I'm proud of that. We saw it going a bit more down after, but then starting the recovery, and I think Thursday and Friday already finished green for my portfolio, but it was a really bad week. But I think the call was right. When I said that we are at the bottom of the dip, it was very close. You can never get it completely right, but it was very close. And this was the time that I actually did stuff. Oh, I forgot to mention about CTRM. I did buy into it at 0.95. So far looking as a mistake, but I said 12 months, and that's what I'm going with. And I still think that. Then, during buying the dip, ChargePoint, I said it will grow over a year again. I bought more at 2067, and I'm down 0.9%, but I'll take it. This is a pretty, I think was a pretty solid price to buy it in. I'll put it in orange, even though I'd say that this is a greenish call. CCIV, I said the 23 or 24 is what I think is the lowest that we're gonna see for this stock. I bought it at 25, which was a bit more than I was planning, and that wasn't great. And this is a lesson here: is go with your guts. So, or not guts, go with your analysis and don't be tempted to buy it 25. I bought it because, like, ooh, maybe, I'm gonna miss on this dip, but that was a mistake. I should have bought it at 24 like it was in the video, but it went up and then down. I saw the up, I was like, okay, I'm getting in, and again, lesson learned. So it got all the way to 23, but now it's at 23. I still think this is the lowest we're gonna see, or very close to it, but I did lose 7.7% so far. That being said, CCIV is a very long-term hold, and I'll put this in orange again because it's too early to tell. CTRM, we already talked about it. I didn't do anything, and this is another orange. I've put this in orange and this in red because here I definitely said that, I expect this recovery to be in 2 weeks, but here I was already like over this fantasy of mine. So that's good. Unity, I said that's a good dip buying opportunity. When I made the video, it was 97, and I said again that I will buy it under 95. I waited, and I was a good boy, and I'm proud of that because now it's at 95.23, which is a minus 1.83%. So looking bad, but I was able to get it at 92.75, and that's a 3% plus, which during this week I'll take it. I'm actually proud of this call, and even if I would have bought it at 95 like I said, I would still make profit. So I get a green here, and I'm pretty proud of that. But then again, as I mentioned in earlier videos, Unity is one of those companies that I know really well because I'm from the gaming industry. So it's a lot easier for me to understand well what's happening with the stock, if I'm honest. Wix, I said I am going to buy it under 285, and truth be told, I didn't. I was planning to, but then I decided to spend my money on Unity, basically, and Cciv and ChargePoint. So I kind of had to let this one go, and that's a good thing because it did hit 280. I think 280. I think it got to 275 or something, and I think that this is a really good buy at current prices. But I will give it an orange because, you know, debatable. Then I talked a bit about VYNE and TYME. Both of them, I said that they might grow a lot, actually, like 2x, maybe 3x in 12 months. I'm gonna make separate videos about those companies. They are both very interesting. So far, however, I have a position in both of them already, so that's painful for my portfolio, but I also believe that it's pretty short term, and in the long term they should do great. So this is orange, and we'll see how they do in the next 12 months. And then I talked about Payoneer when it was 10.52. This is a SPAC, and Payoneer is basically going public through it. So the first video, during the buy the dip video, I said 10.52, and now we're at 10.80, so already a good call. And then I made a specific video about it. I didn't buy anything only because I already have a position. My position is 12, and I'm still happy with it. I still think 12 is a great price. Also, 10.38 is a ridiculous price for it because SPACs can't go under 10. I know some of you will say, whoa, that's not exactly true. Yes, I know, but to make things simpler for this specific video, let's say SPACs can't go under 10, all right? And if you want me to make a separate video and explain why it's not as simple, let me know and I will do it. So I called it at 10.38. At the moment, it's 10.80, and honestly, so that's a 4%. It looks not like a big difference, but it is. 4% in just one day is pretty incredible, or 2 days? 2 days. It's still pretty incredible, and I honestly expect this stock to go way higher and pretty fast. So far I'm giving myself a green, and I am very proud of this call as well so far. But again, how wrong can I be? Like, I called it at 10.38, so you know, like, the numbers are on my side. It will be very hard for the world to prove me wrong on this one, just because the downside here is so small. So those were my calls this week. One thing I do want to be proud about, and as you see, I'm trying to do this as honestly as I can. This was a terrible week. I lost a lot of money. I'm not stressed because of that, because I know this is just, you know, a correction, and the next few weeks and months will be pretty volatile, and I'm ready for it. I'm fine. I'm happy with my portfolio, and I think long term I'll do great. Well, you know, hopefully. But one thing I do want to be super proud of, and usually, you know, most of the channels, me included, are talking about, you know, oh, those are great stocks, they can 10x, and this can be amazing, buy this. But very few people tell you when to sell stuff. And whenever people are saying, like, you know, oh yeah, that, like, average in if you bought this and do that, like, no one tells you where is this money coming from. So I remember me being personally kind of frustrated when I was watching a lot of YouTube videos, because I was like, great, everyone are saying buy everything, but where the hell am I supposed to get the money? You're not telling me, you know, it's like a budget of a country, right? Like, cool, you want to put more money into education, that's great, where is this money coming from? So I try to also find some things that I think are great to sell, and I called Sndl 2 weeks ago when it was 167. This was the only stock that I said that is completely overpriced. I don't get this valuation. I think it will tank, and I am super proud of that, because whoever listened to me on that one saved himself, and including me. I sold it at 159, all my position, and I'm, you know, I'll keep an eye for the stock, but so far I'm not getting back in it, and at the moment it's at 113. minus 30%. And I know that some people, when I've been talking about it in different videos, said like, well, but you know, like the whole market is tanking. But guys, look at this. Okay, very painful week. We have minus 15s, minus 10, minus 1, minus 8, not minus 30 after a good earnings report. And I'm doing like that because, you know, watch the video if you want to know what I think about this. But minus 30% is extreme. I am very proud of this call, and I'll keep saying it. And as long as this drops, I'll keep hammering on it. This was my best call so far, my best sale, and like I actually earned, because I didn't lose during this week, 30% of my money on this position. So that's pretty incredible, and that I'm very proud of myself. That being said, you know, like 1 red, 3 greens, and a lot of oranges, because this is a special week, very painful one, so we don't know. Not a good week, not proud of myself for this week, even though I have to say, given the downtrend and the volatility and, you know, all the red in the market, I think given that situation, my decisions were and calls were not bad. But let me know if you think differently in the comments. Probably a lot of mistakes I could have avoided. So yeah, this week was a bit long because this is a special and crazy week. Tomorrow I'll do again the stocks that I'm looking at for next week, hopefully also what I'm selling. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, the bell is important. Subscribe, like, and let me know in the comments what you think about the last week and about the week after. Cheers everyone, have a great day.